here for the gathering of Eris's followers? No, well, you're quite a bit early. How did you make it this far down into the abyss anyway? Well, that's very adventurous of you. You're lucky, too, not as beings here are as kind as I am. Well, you are very early, but I was just getting to making the cookies for the gathering. Would you like to stay with me? I can take you to the gathering spot after. Oh, wonderful. I would offer to have you help me make the cookies, but I have a special ritual, and you know, I like to do them myself, but I love to have the company. Someone to talk to is always fun. Oh, can I get you something to drink? Oh yes, we have that. One moment. Here you are, just as requested. Well, shall we get to the cookie making then? Yes. The first thing that we need to do is get our mixing bowl. This is the one that I like to use. It was given to me by a powerful mage from up north. Has a lovely ring to it, doesn't it? It's almost like you could sing along. Yes. Well, put that down here. And first, I add my flour. Yes. Pretty jars, aren't they? A mortal gave them to me. I like to use them for my cooking. It's hard to keep things fresh down here in the abyss. There's a lot of flour that goes into this recipe. Here we are. Just the same thing. I don't really know who makes my flour, to be honest. I just request it and it appears. Lovely how those things work, isn't it? Yes. Well. Now, just a little more. This is my special jar. You need different sizes, you know. You never know what food or potion you might be keeping in one. Yes, that is a lesson I have learned too. You always want to be careful not to mix your potion and jam jars. This, I assure you, is not a powder or a poison or a deadly concoction. It's just some baking powder. There we are. Now, you just have to mix that together. Let me go grab my spoon. Here we are, all back. And just mix that up. Yes. So nice, isn't it? How all the powder's mixed into one. Yes. It does look like snowfall, doesn't it? Very pretty. We don't get snow in the abyss, of course. I have to go to where are you from, I suppose? Where are you from? Ah, yes, I've been there once or twice. It's lovely, isn't it? Well, next we put this bowl aside. And we have to get my kitchen golem. Here he is. He's a good friend of mine. I got him as a gift, actually. From a lovely old lady. She loved to bake. She thought I could use some things to bake in the abyss as well. Which is true. You can conjure up anything you want, but nothing tastes as good as a homemade cookie. First, we add the cream cheese. What? You don't add cream cheese to your cookies? Oh, well, maybe that's why nobody likes them. Next, you add the melted butter. I'm sure you used this before. Sometimes if it sits, it gets a little congealed. Mix it up again. No, it's all good. Yes, well, now that we've added that, let me check the recipe. Yes, one of my favorite ingredients. Do you know what this is? It may be hard to tell in this abyssal light, but it's brown sugar. You can never have too much. Doesn't that smell lovely? Yes. You have to pack it into these containers very tightly. There we are. And next, I believe, we add our other sugar. This is normal sugar, but it's from a very special sugar plantation. Perhaps that one. I don't give away my secrets. Not all of them, anyway. Here we are. Time to mix it. These golems are very sophisticated. You don't even have a command word. You simply have to lock it in place, and we just turn it on. Perfect. I would show it to you, but it's a little bit hard. I can show you the beater, though. It's a lovely caramel color. That's from the brown sugar. Next, we're gonna add our other ingredients. This. Can you guess what it is? Egg yolk. Yes, we don't use the full thing. You know, it's a very strange cookie recipe, isn't it? It's my own making, actually. I never quite liked the way most mortals make it, so I decided to make my own. Food just mixes different here in the Abyss. I'm sure you understand. And next, we add one of the most important ingredients in a cookie recipe, the vanilla. Now if you forget this, forget the cookies. They're not good. It might seem boring to some, but the basics are very important. We shouldn't forget that. Let's mix that up, shall we? Wonderful. It's looking delicious. Now, remember this guy? Yes, my bull from the mage. We're gonna add the powder in to the liquid. Now, when you mix this, if you ever make these yourself, be sure that you turn it on very slowly this time, or else the powder goes flying everywhere. Now, time for the final, well, one of the final ingredients. Chocolate chips. They're very good. Would you like one? Of course. Here you are. The rest, though, or for the cookies. Now, if you thought that was enough, you're quite wrong. We have another. These ones don't seem to fall in. Perhaps some encouragement. Now. There we are. Oh, don't worry. My hands are clean. I washed them before I did this. You always wash your hands before you cook. At least in the Abyss you do. Alright. Well. Now we mix it up. And then we're going to have to wait a little bit. I do have to cool it down a little bit. It's part of the ritual of this cookie making process. So while I do that, why don't you just sit back and listen. See what you hear. Everyone hears something different in the Abyss. I usually find it comforting, but maybe you won't. Let me know when we come back, why don't you? Yes. Tell me, while the dough sits, I've been meaning to ask, how are you? Yes, well, the whispers have told me that something is bothering you. I see. Yes, well, just because everybody has struggles, it doesn't make yours any less important. Or others any more important. Yes. I think you'll get along with the other members of Eris's followers quite nicely. I like your spirit. You fit in wonderfully. Well, do you think the dough's done now? If it's not, I can always quicken it a little bit with a spell. I'll go grab it. Yes, here we are. Back with the dough. It's lovely, isn't it? Now, I hear you humans like to eat raw cookie dough, but it is very bad for you, so I will not let you have any. No. I almost forgot. We have to add our last ingredient. Do you know what this is? No. Oh. Well, yes, it's shiny and sparkly. And that's all I'll tell you about it. Here, in the Abyss, it's so dull. Sometimes you need to add a little spark. Yes, well, you'll see what flavor that adds at the meeting tonight. Speaking of the meeting, you should talk to another member there. The little burned maiden? Yes, she's an interesting girl. Doesn't talk much, but she might be able to help you out with that problem of yours. I've heard she has helped other people out with similar problems, but you didn't hear it from me. Or you did. I don't really care. Anyway, let's get these onto their plate, shall we? This is a handy invention from the mortal world as well. I guess I use a lot of baking things from the mortal world, but you guys make them the best. Lovely, huh? And this will be our last cookie. I'm gonna make it extra big. We are celebrating an important birthday after all. Well, it's my creator's birthday, actually. Yes. You know, strange how that works. Somebody had to create the gods. But I think we should celebrate her nonetheless. It's your birthday too. Oh. Well, why didn't you tell me before? Here you are. A special rose just for you. Happy birthday. I'll see you at the meeting tonight. Wonderful. Until next time, then. Now it looks almost like cookie dough, but we're missing one special thing. Yes, chocolate chips. No chocolate chip cookies complete without them. No.